Okay, now I use a lot of different tools to make my videos and do all the creation that we do, specifically when it comes to thumbnails. Now, mainly I use a tool called Canva, but there's another tool that just implemented a new feature. And I've talked about this tool before. It's called VidIQ. They help you with pretty much anything that you need when it comes to creating videos on YouTube. Like if you're really serious about YouTube, you're definitely going to need VidIQ. It does a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not going to cover all that stuff in this video. I'll make several videos, over the coming weeks about VidIQ, and really the power of it definitely does save me a lot of time. But I do like this new feature that they just added about creating thumbnails. Now, I know when it comes to Canva, even for new people, sometimes just editing anything can be a little complicated and a little overwhelming. I get it. I think what VidIQ just did here, I think is actually pretty cool. It does give you some editing options as well, but it really creates a thumbnail for you. Let me show you what I mean here, and I can show you better than I can tell you. So I'm gonna come over here to VidIQ, and I'm over here in VidIQ here, and I'm just gonna go into this new section called thumbnails right here, and I'm gonna click on thumbnails. And then here, all you have to do is just add a video. So whatever video that you've already made and you need to make a thumbnail for it, or if you want to, or if you have an idea about a thumbnail, you can actually type that right here, and the AI will give you several options. And we may even do that as well. So let me show you how this one works though first. So this option here, just upload your video. So if I click choose video and I click on YouTube pay me today, that's a 17-minute video, hit open. It's not going to upload the whole video. It's just going to kind of do like a preliminary type scan. It's just going to, I guess, see the individual in those still shots and all that kind of stuff or whatever. You'll see what I mean here in a second. And I'm sure it's probably analyzing some voice stuff as well. But it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty hot in regards of how it works. You can see it here. It's kind of thinking, doing its thing. And it really doesn't take long. And I think the AI does make some pretty good thumbnails here. So there it is right there. So here's one, YouTube payday. Okay. And of course, I guess it thinks that's me, right? But of course, I can even delete this image and I can add one of my images here. There's some options here, like if I click on Magic Eraser, I can come here and erase all that and then maybe upload another image of me, so on and so forth. So it gives you some options where you can do some editing as well if that's what you want to do. You can even edit some things here, and I'll come back to that here in a moment. But what I didn't notice, because doing all that, you got to edit, right? So this video is all about trying not to edit a thumbnail. But here, if you look here, payday time. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good YouTube thumbnail. Okay, let's look at this one. YouTube earnings. I like that. That's kind of cool. And getting paid. It's kind of cool, right? You see what I mean? So you wouldn't even really have to edit. You could change and edit some of those as well if you wanted to. Payday time. I don't know. I can come here and I can say, add a clock in the background. Okay, and then it gives you some suggestions right here. Add a clock in the background with Roman numerals. Add a clock in the background near the cityscape. Add a clock in the background with a subtle shadow. I do that one. And then make changes. You don't have to use those, but it gives you some suggestions, and and then you just hit make changes. And this is if you wanted to. Now, I could have just used that just the way that it is if I wanted to. That's actually pretty nice. Even the other ones were really good. We'll do a few more here. Let's see here. Give that a second. And it only takes just a few moments, maybe about 15 seconds, 30 seconds. So, okay, it kind of changed it. Payday time. So now it's got a clock in the background. That's not bad. I think I like the other one better. But you kind of get the picture. So you can kind of play around with some things, and I think you can even go back, I think, here. Let's see. Well, maybe not. Maybe you can't. Maybe if you're like editing within it, whatever, you can go back and all that kind of stuff. But that's pretty cool. So again, I didn't even have to do any editing. And you know what it did? It actually, oh, there it is right there. It just added another image there. So here's the original right here that I'm on right here. Here's that original one. Here's the new one that it just created. And then here's some other ones as well. So, and again, I didn't have to do anything, right? And it created some pretty cool. Now, of course, sometimes you can have thumbnails when you're in the image and sometimes when you're not. But if you're like, hey, I just wanted to do something really quick or do something interesting or something different, I think it's kind of cool, right? But you can always do different ones on your own as well. But I really wanted to share this. And again, you can kind of play around with it. It's not, it's still dealing with a lot with AI. AI can be a little tricky at times or whatever, but I think for the most part, just by it looking at your video and knowing the context of that video and then producing a pretty good, a pretty good example of a good thumbnail that you can actually use for a video. I think it's actually pretty awesome. Let's try one more. Let me just go back. And then here you can even make one, like let's say you're making a video, create a thumbnail with make more videos in the text, hovering over a cash flow ocean. That literally just came to me, just by the way. I don't know if it's going to do it, but let's see what happens here. Let me copy it just in case I need to do it again. Hit create. And let's just see what it does here. I don't know what's going to do. I just randomly just did that. I don't know what it's going to do. Let's see what happens. So if you have like something maybe in your mind that you want to create and you just need something to come to life with it, you can definitely do that. Let's see what it does here really quick here. That's not bad. Check that out. I like to make more videos. There's the cash ocean. Didn't give me a preview up here for that one, but I know it's something new, sometimes a little glitchy here. Make more money. That's pretty cool. What's this one? There's nothing really there on that one, but you kind of get the picture. And if I needed to change the text, I can even change the text, to create more videos. See, anytime you click it, the AI would give you some suggestions of what you may be looking to do. Add a yacht to the ocean, add a subtle glow to the text. Let's do that. Now you could have came up with your own. You don't have to use those, but it just gives you suggestions if you wanted to use them. Let's just see what it does. See if it puts a glow on the text. It may even change the whole image because AI gets a little tricky sometimes, but I think overall, I think it's pretty cool. That's why I wanted to share it. So you see, I kind of changed the text. Changed the whole image a little bit, but it's cool. But you kind of get the idea. But overall, I thought I would just share it. And again, anytime I come across something, I think it's pretty cool. I'll definitely share it. And again, you can edit. You can take the like on Canva, you can delete, erase images within an image. Yeah, it's kind of, standard now with a lot of different editing platforms now, or especially when it comes to photos and stuff. It's pretty standard. So it gives you the same option where you can delete, and then maybe if you have something you want to add your own image to it as well. So you can kind of play around with it, but it's just something they just added to the platform. So I thought I would share it. Thought it was pretty cool. You definitely got to have a thumbnail. I mainly use Canva myself most of the time. I've got some experience with a lot of that. So it's pretty comfortable for me to actually just use Canva. But I do like a lot of what they're doing here because sometimes I will make a thumbnail where I'm not in the image and I just want to just share something. And I think their AI is making some really cool images. And so I thought I would share it. So you can kind of play around with it yourself. Just check out the link in the YouTube description right below, and you can be able to get started for $1 for a whole month. And but anyway, I do like what they've got here. I think it's a cool way you can do some thumbnails if you need it. If you're just using your screenshot on your video, just use that. If you're wanting to do some different things or have the capability to do some different things, you can definitely use that. I just wanted to show people, hey, they got a pretty cool feature I think they just added that I thought was kind of cool. So anyway, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.